kept his promise. My next guest says President Obama's so-called accommodation on the contraceptive mandate tramples on religious freedom and violates the conscience and beliefs of millions of Americans. He's leading the legal challenge against the birth control mandate with 12 other state attorneys general. Joining me now, Nebraska Attorney General John Bruning. Good to have you with us, Attorney General. Why was it important to you, in particular, to lead on this issue?
Well, Lou, this country was founded by people who came across the ocean to be able to worship freely. And now what you have is a president and an administration that think they can tell people that they have to violate their conscience when they practice their religion. It's really unimaginable that the President of the United States and this administration are trying to get involved in the religious lives of Americans. There's a reason it's in the First Amendment, our freedom of religion. It's because it's perhaps the most important freedom we have.
I've talked with a number of Catholic leaders. I talked here last night with Richard Land, one of the most, the leader of the Southern Baptist Convention. I mean, the leadership, religious leadership across this country is in absolute solidarity with the Catholic Church on this issue. This is a matter of law. It's a matter of political power as well. This president, his folks are saying there will be no retreat. This is an absolute political mess for this administration and for churches, for religious organizations.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question this is a mess. And Mike Huckabee said it well. We're all Catholics when he was talking at CPAC. Right. We are all Catholics in regard to this issue. Everybody should be concerned because when the government can interfere with your religious liberties, what's the next thing they can interfere with? If it's just Catholic liberties at this point, is it next to any religion? And so you have to worry, no matter who you are, that when the government starts to step into this area and try to tell people that they have to violate their conscience, what's the next thing they're going to force us to do? It's very, very troubling. I can tell you I was on a conference call this morning, Lou, with a number of my colleagues across the country. We are preparing for litigation. That litigation will come in very short order. We will not let this order stand. The accommodation is nothing but an accounting gimmick, in my opinion.
And the New York Times, carrying an article, writing about the Constitution is now outdated because entitlements are not guaranteed. Justice Ginsburg saying that the United States Constitution wouldn't be the model she would recommend to the Egyptians. I mean, what in the world is going on when our elites, whether in the judiciary, whether in media, are basically saying that the Constitution is becoming an irrelevancy?
Isn't it amazing? It just makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, here we sit, blessed to be in the greatest country in the history of civilization. This is it, right now. We're in the greatest country ever on this planet. And the Constitution is the reason for that. Yep. I mean, it's almost divinely created. And you have people apologizing not only for the Constitution, but for this country. And I don't think any of us ever ought to apologize for the United States of America. This country is wonderful in so many ways, and our best days are ahead of us.
Right.
Or ignoring that Constitution. Right. That's what's made us great. That's the foundation of what's made this country special.
Attorney General John Bruning, thanks for being